Good evening from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. This is part 2 of my video log of even date, the 12th of April 2024. We got interrupted by a visit from my beautiful friend Margot, who blessed me with a bottle of Jack Daniels and a bottle of Coke, which was lovely because she knows that's what I like to drink. So I invited her to have a drinky poos with me in honour of the birthday, and she's just a lovely woman. And so she's gone off home to cook her family their dinner, and I'm just so grateful and blessed that she came to visit me and spoilt me. So lovely, really lovely. So it's now 5:18 p.m. on the 12th of April 2024. And we'll carry on with my readings. We were up to what it would be like to be in perfect alignment. So exciting indeed. Charlie's actually trying to drink my Jack Daniels, which is not appropriate. She's just looking around the edges of the glass, so it's all good. Don't want to start her on a habit of a lifetime. Not that I'm not an alcoholic, people, but there's been a fair bit of tippling in the last couple of days. I'll have to slow that down. So 12th of April 2022, I made this zany video, this Arvo. I was sober, I swear, but I had full makeup and a zest for life and a frivolous mood, and I was unsupervised giggles. And it was a birthday greetings and musings from Sacred Space. So a happy birthday video to myself, right? Since I live alone and I don't have much companionship, sometimes a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, am I right? But I've had, yes, 2 lovely surprise visits, one from Lynn and one from Margot. So I'm very happy with that. And then I'll be all ready to go out dancing tonight. For some more shenanigans, as I call it. 14th of April 2021, I shared a meme. Yes, I can be dark even on my birthday. Only dead fish follow the stream. It's true though. And I wrote, so true. A former lover, homeopath, psychopath. So we're talking back in, I met him in 1998, end of 98. So it's very ancient history, and he died in 2016, and so should be a long time worked out on my life, but every now and then he floats through and haunts me. I'm not sure who the spirit was that haunted me on my vlog yesterday, if it was him or some other entity that followed me home from the Mount Gravatt cemetery, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes they're attracted to your light and they come home with you just to see, you know, what mischief they can create or join in on the shenanigans. But anyway, he did haunt me, that particular ex-lover, for 4 consecutive nights, 3 weeks after his death, which was, I'm still very astonished by that actually, very astonished. But anyway, I write here, he once berated me on swimming upstream all the time. He suggested I float downstream for a while in the shallows. This, as he wanted me vulnerable. I tried it for a while, didn't like it much. I'll always be the salmon leaping into the bear's jaws. A kiss before dying, only way to fly. Well, I've calmed down a little bit since then. That was 2021. I've learned to just just enjoy life and relax, because we've been put through hell on earth in the last 4 years with the COVID epoch, and I fought hard every day against it. Not that my fighting was obvious, because I was constantly shadow banned or deleted or silenced, but I poured a lot of energy into trying to keep my friends and family safe from that transfiguration, whatever you want to call that thing that started in 2020. So I've learnt now that time is precious, and I need to relax more and just enjoy life. And if people didn't listen to my warnings anyway, it fell on deaf ears and was a waste of all my distress, and psychic energy was for naught. So I've realised to only fight the battles that are for my own personal benefit, where I can actually see some kind of triumph coming out of it. Otherwise, it's just a waste of my energy and time. Ooh, Charlie, don't knock that very expensive crystal glass over, my love. Hello, my little baby. No Jack Daniels for Charlie. Thank you to my beautiful benefactor for the delicious groceries and the exquisite birthday cake. Love you. And back in 2021, Jared and Crystal took me up to Mullaney. Took some zany photos of me. Those dahlias, I think they were dahlias, they were just exquisite. Absolutely exquisite, and I look very, very happy there. Very happy indeed. And I would have been sober too, by the way. Don't get me wrong, Mama T can be happy on her own energy. I can dine out on my own energy. I don't need alcohol to be a happy woman. But it's my birthday, so I'm having a little bit of a treat. 12th of April 2020. I have had a lovely birthday. Thanks to everyone who messaged me, phoned me, Zoomed me, and showed me so much love. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. And bright blessings. It was very uplifting, especially with this little self-isolation situation. No, Charlie, she's angling for the Jack Daniels, the little boozer. Excuse me. The boozy birds, rainbow lorikeets. They like to sit in the African tulip tree when the flowers ferment, and they get drunk, and sometimes they fall out of the tree. They're so drunk. But Charlie's never done that. But she's still a party animal no matter what. She's angling for my glass. I feel like painting my face blue and running through the streets screaming, "Freedom!" like Robert the Bruce in Braveheart, or in actual real life too. But epoxy plague has us all being very docile and compliant. I did walk Bobo for his much needed scenting and constitutional poop. Just a quick walk by torchlight on my iPhone. He is a happy dog now. I am happy too. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Thank you to Tully and Kerry for your birthday stories also. They are lovely. But I approve them, but they are lost somehow. Love you anyway. Ms. Aarons is showered and dressed, shaped up but not shipped out, and ready for the day. She just needs to brush her hair and put on makeup, and she is perfectly attired. She has even watered the garden as the lime tree and the chili plants were all curling with thirst. It's been dry all week. She might take the beau for his constitutional around the block. Here I posted, oh dear goddess, Here I posted a YouTube video called "We Found the Guy from Woody's Viral Song, Fichtel's Lead English Version." And it says, "So one thing's for sure, die Woodies weren't meant to be a joke." And it's two guys in lederhosen, and you know, I'm half German. It's my heritage. Every now and then it freaks me out for obvious reasons, and I just wrote "lol triggered," which I would have been every time I see men in lederhosen acting out, or women in Dendelkleits. It's kind of a trigger for me. Had to be there, people. It's my birthday, but with great pain and suffering, it was also my former mother's birthing day. We almost didn't make it due to her toxemia, as I was carved out from my mother's room, untimely ripped, at 9:36 p.m, just a few hours shy of my 15-year-old half-sister's birthday. It's her birthday tomorrow. 'Cause nothing says clusterfuck like having your children 15 years apart to almost the same day. Angela begged Dr. Smith, later Mr. Smith, who also delivered Crystal 20 and a half years later, to hold off until after midnight so we could have the same birthday. But Gisela had laboured for 7 days, and I, the untimely, little, mostly unwanted brat, had gone into fetal distress. Wouldn't anyone? So here I am, still telling the story of one personage and her mad, bad, ill-fated bespawnment, because after 55 years, it all becomes rather funny, or at least silly. Well, 59 years now, and I'm actually genuinely astonished to still be alive, so there is that. I always joke that my mother's rather evil but funny spirit can find me anywhere. We rebuke that spirit, laughing my ass off. Funny thought. Mr. Smith, warning Will Robinson. My best childhood friends in Island Bay were June and her daughter Lynn Robertson. Close enough. 1:11 a.m. That's from that TV show Lost in Space, the robot that used to wave its arms around and go, "Warning, warning, warning, Will Robinson." Anyway, you had to have seen that TV show to reference why I thought that was cute and adorable and a bit funny. 1:11 a.m, finally in bed. Second synchronistic angel sign tonight. So that probably should say PM, not AM. Bugger. What does it mean? Just that someone is watching over me and showering me with supernal love. Thank you, God and or Goddess. Lilatov, Boketov, I must schluf. And it's almost Shabbat here, Friday night, the sun's going down. This birthday we will be Zooming instead. Zoom, 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 but no bucket of doom, because the government fucked my vibe and my family are obedient COVID citizens. Wah. Not sleeping again. So I have been musing on the past birthdays for the past 55 years. That's a lot of birthdays. Formidable. One of the best birthdays was my 49th birthday. But last year was lovely too. Lynn bought me an amazing cake with a chandelier. That should say candelabra. Then Crystal and Jared cooked dinner and made pina coladas. Later today, I'm going to wash my hair and put on makeup and Zoom. I might even Zoom in my top hat. Or make some more mad videos that go for longer than 30 seconds in it. 12th of April 2019. Thank you to my wonderful friend Sally Castle for the lovely groceries that just arrived on my doorstep. I wondered what, or rather who, Bobo was barking at. It was the delivery man, who sweetly explained he had rung the doorbell twice. So that was a lovely surprise. Oh my goddess, so much chocolate. Squeal! I do love chocolate. Here's a photo of my beautiful daughter. She's making me pina coladas for my birthday, or us pina coladas in honour of my birthday. Very sweet. Just going to have a little sippy of my little Jack Daniels and Coke. I've got 5 hours before I have to go out, so I'll be sobering up. I've only had 2 drinks though, but I'll be sobering up. Don't worry. There'll be no shenanigans driving drunk. I never ever do that. Not worth losing my license for. And also I don't approve of drink driving. It's one thing, it's one rule I'm very strict about. All the other rules can go to hell in a handbasket, but drink driving, it's the most idiotic and selfish thing a person can do. Anyway, here is a photograph of my beautiful Penny back in 2019, and she says, "Happy birthday, Mama." Look at her. Oh, she was a beautiful girl. She loved her mama so much. Didn't she, Charlie? Yes, she did. She did too. Here I posted an article by newscientist.com. The cat made me do it. Is your pet messing with your mind? And I replied, my cats mess with my mind daily, but don't get me started on the dog and the rainbow lorikeet as well. Happy in my toxoplasmosis psychosis though. I actually am deluded into thinking they are my pets. Nuh-uh, I am merely their slave. She's getting closer to the Jack Daniels. My birdie knows all about Jack Daniels now. Oh my goodness. "12th of April 2018. Jenny and Terry surprised me with a visit." No, Charlie, seriously, you can't have that. "And lashings of chocolate and 2 bottles of wine. Also lovely candles, dragon's blood incense, and a beautiful photo gallery." Very spoilt I was. I'm very spoilt by my beautiful friends, Charlie. 12th of April 2017. Feeling much loved. Today, on my 52nd birthday, I want to thank the gods and my magical, special, loving friends and daughter in England who have celebrated the day of my birth and my long and interesting life with me. I feel so loved, appreciated and cared for. Each of you have gifted me with so many splendid delights, laughter, solid friendship and acceptance in a world that is often intolerant and incomprehensible. You brought me honour, beauty and happiness. May we go forward sprinkling fairy dust, kindness, respect, truth and unconditional love blended in our personal brews, and may we be blessed with healing, joy and wonderful blessed love in return. The Lord brought you into my life as way showers, mentors, companions, and inspirations. We have had so much fun, even in my darkest hours. Some of you have always been with me, in spirit if not in person, cheering me on and helping me find new purpose and new joys. I love you. Thank you from a deep, profound place in my heart. Kiss. Update 2020. Today, on my 55th birthday, my sentiments are the same. Live fully and vibrantly. Avoid the COVID paranoia, but paradoxically, chaotically, and if fucking necessary, psychotically, stay safe. We got this. Laughing my ass off. Facebook Nigerian scammers, or wherever they hang out these days, are sending at least 3 friend requests per day from rather handsome American men, usually widowers. I am not falling for it. Poor mofos will have to find another sucker for love embezzlement. I've had a lot of friend requests in the past week again too. It's odd. It's like they must think, gee, she lives alone and her birthday's coming up. Maybe we'll try and stir her up, thinking that I'm desperate and lonely. Mama T is never desperate and lonely, people. I always keep my mind far, far too busy for that level of debasement. So anyway, it's odd though. It kind of, started happening a lot in the last week. Really odd. I have allergies today and yesterday. So I have dusted my bed and the window behind it, changed my sheets and taken an antihistamine. Doing washing and sitting outside in the sun to give this old girl an airing. Also airing out my pillows and doona on the washing line. The Tanya had Ferrero Rocher for breakfast. Birthdays and chocolate align perfectly to complement a new day and or year in bliss. 12th of April 2016. Thank you to all my beautiful friends and nephew for the wonderful birthday wishes. I feel very cherished. Moi. I had a lovely day or evening. Margaret, Nathan and Neo were visiting me from Blaney. It has been several years since I last saw them at the Blue Mountains. They spoilt me by taking me out to dinner at the Greek restaurant at West End. Neo is 8 now and is such a handsome, intelligent and charming little boy. It was great to see them. They had spent the day at Movie World and Neo was very excited. I loved watching his face light up as he described the rides and sights at Movie World. Tomorrow we hope to catch up again. 12th of April 2014. I posted an article that says scientists warn the sun has gone to sleep and temperatures to plunge. So I commented, I wish scientists would stick to their facts. It's rather annoying. It's more proof that even our brightest and best don't know shit. I guess I'll be weather watching myself and keeping faith in God, who will choose our weather accordingly, laughing out loud. And yes, there's so many divergent views on climate change, if it's real, if it's not real, if it's solar flares, if it's not solar flares. You know what? I'm right about that. Just live each day and have faith in Mother Nature doing her thing, and try your best to stay alive and just be kind to each other ultimately. Love is the only law, and all this terrorization of the masses with weird ideas is kind of insane and pointless, really, in the broad scheme of things. 3 p.m, awake and aware. Thanks to all you gorgeous, sexy friends for thinking of me on my birthday. Love you all. Now time to get up and party on for the rest of my birthday shenanigans. 49 is going to be my best year ever. I've gone through lots of healing and transitions, still very much evolving as we speak, but I'm really getting much more mellowed out with age, wisdom, and coming home to myself more and more. Living my psychedelic dream means I might always be weird, but I know I am always wonderful, and so grateful to be able to have so many new and amazing friends and experiences. Here I posted a photo. Brian, out of his mind, lol, wearing my stocking over his head. He is so silly. We muck around like kids, all innocent. This was on my 49th birthday, right? So that was 2014. I still have to laugh about that. Charlie's just done a number on me. A big number on me. They were really good tights too. They were stay-ups, that's right, they were stay-up stockings. Brian wearing one of my lacy designed stockings over his head. I took them off along with my shoes at the end of my wild night of dancing, because by that time I am crazed and crippled. Why he decided to put it over his head, I have no idea. All I could think of was like, because like, you know, like foot odour and sweat from my feet and my legs, but he was oblivious. He was so happy with my stocking over his head. Oh dear goddess. I wrote, a very smelly thing to do, almost hack intimacy. But he's always treated me with deep respect, a true gentleman, and that's the truth, people. People used to see us hanging outside the casino, acting wild and crazy, but we were just good friends. We just had so much fun together, just harmless fun. 5:15 a.m, home safe and happy. I had a wonderful night rocking out with Burst. I noticed a couple of former sexual partners, watching me on the dance floor. Well, they're all so inept and inadequate, aren't they, really, darling? They just did not deserve a scrap of my time. They were that inept, but what can I do? I didn't know that at the time. I was open-hearted and sweet, looking for a love partner, and invited a few too many dead shits into my life. But anyway, they're all gone now, and I'm happy and I'm free, and that, my friends, is the ultimate triumph. At one point, they were both standing side by side, although I doubt they both know that they both sorta kinda know me in an almost biblical sense. Both of them were lousy lovers, lol. In fact, if I remember correctly, one ran out on me, so he didn't quite make the knowing. Hallelujah! Spared 2 losers, so thank you, Hashem, for protecting my assets. Even though I would love to have a life partner, I can't give myself away to any more players, psychopaths, or time wasters. My life is worth so much more than that. I'll drink to that. The runner, the runner tried to maintain eye contact with me, but I ignored him. I mean, why bother after all this time? Must be almost a year. The non-runner, but time-waster, fool of a man danced near me all night, but again I ignored him. He has had quite enough of my attention, to the point I was getting a little crazy again. So, fuck that shit. Not going there again with any loser of a man who isn't ready and can't make up his mind. I'm trying to remember who that was now. I know who the runner was. That was the guy that was like down the supermarket in my memories yesterday going on. Oh, he was a dead shit. I think that might have been Marco. He was crazy about me, but he kept, jerking me around it went on for a few years actually, till finally I said, I'm not interested in you, you're just wasting my time, my precious time that could be spent on someone genuine. So he finally got the message and backed off after that. I was delighted to dance with the beautiful Shauna, Kate, Samantha, Jo and Karina and her friend Judy. We had a wonderful time. Late in the night, Ron and Chrissy arrived and danced with me. I was happy to see them also. I left around 2:30 a.m. to find Brian wandering up the road, barefoot and crazed on metho as usual. Don't know if it was metho. Really, let's be fair, it could have been any alcohol, but he was off his nut. I called him over. He got let out of prison after only 3 weeks. I was surprised, as I thought he was going to be gone for 3 months. He was wild and woolly but clean. I enticed him to come with me to hang with George for a while. George got me a cappuccino from the machine at the casino and wished me a happy birthday. I teased Brian about his Jewish schnoz. He told me his name is Crowley. I said, I'm not having it. There is a Jewish grandfather or grandmother in your family tree somewhere. And George, who recently outed himself to me as Jewish, agreed with me, so we all laughed. I said to Brian, you better not be related to Aleister Crowley. But he didn't get the joke, so I had to explain to him who he was. Oi, he won't remember in the morning. He never does. Unusually, very unusually, he asked me for sex. I said, no, Brian, unfortunately for you, there's... Did you just do a poopykins on my hair? It sounded like you did a poopykins. Oh. Unfortunately for you, these days I take a lot of convincing, and you are not in a state for me to take you home. He accepted his fate and mine good-naturedly. He actually was a wonderful man. Like, as I said, it was unusual for him to even hit me up for sex. He'd never done that before, to be honest. And when I said no, he took it with good grace, which I appreciate a man that can be a gentleman about these things. Anyway, he knew me, Brian. We became friends actually because I fought him one time. It's how we became friends. And he got to meet the Tanya in full berserker blazing glory. So he knew I had a hellion temper. And but anyway, we became friends astonishingly after that blazing row. And so he respected me and knew not to upset me on certain issues like sexuality to start with. But anyway, I kind of miss him. He was a good friend to me. I joked with George that I am going home to 2 new cats. I now have 3 in the house, and the chooks and goldfish. So I am officially living the dream and being the crazy cat woman, and I don't mind at all. It's totally preferable to the losers I was being trolled by in the pub. George and I laughed. What can I say? I have chosen my path, and it's not easy and it's lonely. But seriously, I'm just going to move my hair out her way because I have a feeling there'll be another poopykin soon. But seriously, I have never been able to attract normal men, and in all truth, normal men would not like me one little bit, as I refuse to cede my individuality and my freedom for any man, woman or child ever again. So here I am, looking beautiful, feeling refreshed and comfortable in a quiet house and loving life. I am blessed with an amazing daughter. Well, I have 2 daughters out in the world actually. And beautiful, sweet, kind friends who dance with me every weekend and are so generous to me and loving. I have men and women who enjoy my company and respect me and care for me. Even Brian, in his addled way, is very fond of me. Some suits walked into the casino and made some smart-ass comment to Brian. I said, "Listen here, this man is the only decent man in Brisbane, a truly good, kind man, and if he weren't obliterated by metho, he'd be my man, so on your bikes, losers." They both looked quite startled. Brian says to me, "How do you know I'm a good man? I just got out of prison." I said, "I decided a long time ago that you are a good man, and they can lock you up and clean you up all they like, but my opinion of you will never change, regardless." Unfortunately, he does get rather psychotic, and I think it's terribly wrong to put a homeless man in prison when surely he could be better treated in hospital. Alas, he says he hit someone, and he probably did. But hey, I almost hit a few bums tonight in the pub for jumping on top of me, so there, by the grace of God, go I. I understand how being harassed constantly for being marginalised can make you act out. I told security off tonight, as I said. I had to fend off so many men, and it's not my job to have to get aggro while I'm dancing. So after that, they kept better watch. It was good when Ron and Chrissy arrived, as he kind of dances behind me, and that makes me feel a bit safer. They actually were lovely to me, Ron and Chrissy. I do miss them sometimes. They always go to Irish Murphy's, so I never set foot back in that joint after they banned me. Fuck them. But Ron and Chrissy were good people. They were good to me. I stand by my opinion of them. Shauna also always dances with me, and we all watch out for each other. It's a solid, beautiful thing. I am very grateful. 12th of April 2013. Thank you for all the lovely birthday wishes. I have had a lovely day trip to Montville. Crystal got to drive my car, and Jared, Crystal and I had fun being tourists. Here I posted an article. They're kicking us off our land to hunt lions, and it's a photo of the Maasai tribe in Africa. Look how beautiful they are in all their red outfits, regalia, or I don't know what you call it. I love the Maasai and the animals they coexist with. Help me fight to keep them on their lands. So it was a petition, I guess I must have been sharing. 12th of April 2012. Thank you all for the lovely birthday wishes. I hope 47 will be my year of wish fulfillment, well, some of them, and my year of new beginnings to recreate the Tanya in a beautiful, awesome way. All I need to do is slap on some face paint, bang my drum, tie up a nasty, snarly mess from my previous existence, and stare, rather hopefully, at the horizon. Lots to achieve yet, but this butterfly is ready to fly. Yeah, I was still waiting for the will dispute to be finalised. So, hard years, those 2.5 years. Really hard fucking years they were. My friend Brian Johns, whom I know from Temple Sinai in New Zealand, wrote, "Happy birthday, Tanya. Have an awesome week and don't try to fly too high without a parachute." Winky face, which is cute because he was actually a pilot by profession. And Sylvia Shine wrote, "Good thinking, Tanya. The grass is always greener on the other side, and you have a good day. Love, Sylvia. 8 kisses." Nanny Dubs wrote, "Happy belated birthday. I hate birthdays. Wish they could reverse our age and our wrinkles." Oh. And Marina Puratic Simo, who was Juan Simo's wife, and we were friends from Kadima and BPJC here in the Progressive Jewish Movement here in Brisbane, also wrote me happy birthday, Tanya. So that was quite lovely. 12th of April 2011. I just spoke to my eldest daughter for 1 hour 18 minutes on my mobile. Oi, I'm covered for $500 worth of calls per month, but not sure if I reached my limit. Oh well, it was nice to have a friendly chat to my adult child for a change. Been a long time. Hopefully this is progress, but it's early days yet. One of our estrangements, no doubt. Honestly. Remind me why I had children. Oh, yes, it was the very, 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 very terrible sex that I had to put up with for 10.5 years. Well, 12 years really. Which is why I won't be doing that ever again. But anyway, I wanted my children. I was determined to have children, and that was the whole point of getting married, actually. So young, I had this naive idea that I would have children 5 years apart, and the gods decreed that I had them 18 months apart, and the rest is history. Thank you to all my beautiful friends who left lovely birthday messages for me. I had a lovely day. Gail took me to Sizzlers, and then we went to Merthyr Centre at New Farm, and we both fell in love with some gorgeous leather boots. So now have major wish lists, lol. They were hideously expensive though. Neither of us would have been able to afford them. Then we went to look at Woolloongabba Antique Centre and picked up Talia. I got lots of hugs and kisses from Talia, which was delightful. Talia was Gail's granddaughter that she was raising. And then I commented, oh, and we had ice cream sundaes at Macca's, Talia and I, which was special. And Brian Johns wrote, happy birthday, Tanya. Glad you had a fantastic day. Sweet how he used to keep in touch with me. Really sweet. Hey Danny, I am determined to manifest these awesome purple leather Edwardian boots. They'll look great with my new look I'm planning. Tattoos, wild hair, and underbust, a nice blouse like the German girls wear above their Dendelkleidts, a 1910s looking skirt with fishtail kick. I still need to get someone to make that for me. I don't have the skills. I'm just a beginner sewer. I don't have the skills to make that, but I'm going to manifest that skirt one day. I've looked for the skirt on Google and can get them quite reasonably from America. Gasp. If only I lived in America, the land of the free and the alternative options for every alternative. The boots are $225, so a bit pricey, but since they are French, they're actually very reasonable, especially as they were in a shoe boutique. The tats, about $1,000, and the corset, about $350, and I'm almost there. I have decided that I want to look eccentric, witchy, alternative, but still stylish. Sort of a cross between Edwardian governess and a wild cross between Edwardian governess and wild gypsy woman. I think that's what I meant. What do you reckon? I'm so looking forward to my new persona. I'd get dreads again as well, but the bloody things broke off last time. Lol. Oh dear goddess. They were floating past me in the swimming pool as they snapped off. It's because I've got very fine hair. Anyway, I did have dreads for 6 months, and that was probably the happiest and also the worst time of my life, but I loved having dreads, I really did. Speaking of gypsies, or the Romani people, I saw a gorgeous embroidered shawl in Woolloongabba today, but it was almost $1,000 too. I wish I had money so I can make all my dreams come true. In the meantime, I'm just keeping my head high and above water, laughing out loud, until I swim out to the Golden Medina. Now that's positivity. Nanny Dubs wrote, "Happy birthday, you young thing you. I missed out by a day, but that's all good. I'm sending my wishes to you now. Sounds like you had fun." And I replied, "Thanks, Tania." Her name's actually pronounced Tania. Thanks, Tania. I've had a great 2 days. Looking forward to many more happy ones too. Kiss. I'm officially 46 years old. Well, not until 9:36 p.m. tonight, but hey, what's a few hours between friends? Thanks for the birthday wishes. Kiss, kiss, kiss. 12th of April 2010. What a beautiful evening. Watched all of IT Crowd with Jared and Crystal. Can't wait to wake up to a beautiful day. Kiss naught, kiss naught. And thank you for all the loving wishes that I've received on Facebook. Happy birthday wishes. And thank you to my YouTube friends and audience that come to rejoice with me and commiserate with me, depending what's going on in my life at any given point in time. I appreciate and value you, your support and your agape love and your sweetness and your kindness and your respect. And on that happy, salubrious note, it's now the Shabbat. The sun has gone down, so Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to put Charlie in her cage because it's birdie num num Betty by time. And it's now 6:06 p.m, so I'll probably set about putting on makeup and getting ready for my evening out this evening and decide what I'm going to wear, and looking forward to finishing off my birthday with my wild shamanic dances I do every Friday night. So God and Goddess bless you all, and wherever you are in the space-time continuum, have a happy day with your beloved ones close to you, and keep everyone precious, and stay wild, stay free, stay joyous, stay safe. Much big agape love from Charlie and I. Did you hear her blow a kiss then? And kissy kissy, Charlie. Big agape love, and yeah, many blessings from Tanya Aarons at Titania's Realm, Sacred Space, Brisbane, Australia. Bye for now.